Hey guys, happy Fresh Off the Hook Monday, and I hope you all had a great weekend despite everything that I had to do and the weekend that went by way too quickly. I did manage to get some things done, so I'm going to show you those things. First of all, I finished the Munchkin hats. Actually, I have one more to make for another order, but for this one order I finished the 2 Munchkin hats. So since I left off with that on my last video, I figured I would start off with them this week. So here's the little boy Munchkin hat, and I made a tassel. This is my first time making a tassel, and it's so easy. I'm not sure why I didn't do it before. Yeah, here's the basic one, and then you can end it here and add a pom-pom, or you can make the I-cord and make it really long. I put pom-poms on the end of these before, but this time I decided I thought a tassel would look cuter. So that's what I did. Little blue tassel, super easy. So that's a little boy one, really cute. I also had to make a little girl one, and these were really fun. Like I said in my last video, I did the magic loop method, which was so easy and quick, and I love it. And I did switch to double pointed needles to do the I-cord because it's just too annoying to have to slide it on the cord every single time you work 4 stitches. So the I-cord was on double pointed needles. This part was on the magic loop. See how cute? Oh, you're actually looking at the seam. See how cute they are? I don't know, I just think they're adorable. And then, of course, a little pink tassel that's slightly fatter than the blue one, so they're not identical, but they match. Little baby Munchkin hats. So I do have one more to make for another order. I think it's a little girl one that I'm making. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. But I really like making those. They're really quick and fun. The next thing I made is for another order. Someone ordered one of my headbands with the really big flowers on it, so I made this one. This is from my pattern that's on my blog. If you want to make one, I'll put a link to the pattern below. This is also really easy to make. It's just 1x2 ribbing and then straight knitting in the middle, in the round, really easy. And then the flower pattern I based off of a pattern in the book, and then I just made a little circle and sewed it in the middle. Every so often I change what the flowers look like on these things because I go through phases where I think one looks better than another sometimes. This one's done in, is it Red Heart Designer Sport, so it's still soft. And then this time, there was a girl on a new blog, it's called Crochet Couture, I think, and she actually featured my pattern on her blog, and she made one, and she used a different bind-off than I use, so I decided to try it this time. It's called, I think it's JENY's Super Stretchy Bind-Off. There's a tutorial on YouTube with it, and I'd say it came out great, because usually when I bind off, I tend to do it way too tightly, and then you go to put these on, and it, like, is really tight on your head. But I mean, this one, I mean, look at it. Like, you can... I'll post a link to that video here as well. And then the pattern for this I'll link below if you want to make them yourself. Yeah, that was for another order in my Etsy shop. And something else that I made that's not entirely finished, but the hat itself is a toddler girl hat with a pattern that I came up with. I used 2 different color pinks, and then I just kind of designed a bottom for it, and then I want to put a really big obnoxious flower on it too. But I really like making these hats. I figured out this pattern maybe last summer, and I don't know, this one's really easy to make too. So I've made this one for a lot of people actually, and they all seem to like it. So as soon as I hear like toddler girl, I'm like, oh, I'll make that pattern that I figured out last summer. So that's that, and then it'll have the big flower, which I'm working out of a pattern book right now to learn how to make a loopy flower. I'm not talking about the yarn loom flowers, or the yarn loom, the circle loom flowers, you know, those kind of loopy ones. I know how to make those, but this one's actually, the whole thing is loopy and not just the petals, like it's a big fat loopy flower. So I'm learning how to make that because I think that would look super cute on this. And then finally I worked on another traveling scarf that I got a little bit ago, but our group's moving kind of slowly right now. So I've been taking my time getting through them while I work on my commissions and schoolwork and stuff. So here's the scarf that came through. It's another one where they wanted shades of blue, and so I used, I just did garter stitch at the top because it's starting to get really fat already, so I didn't want to do a stitch pattern that had way too many rows needed to make it look like anything. So yeah, I just used light blue at the top, and she really wanted wool or wool blends, and it's not that I'm allergic to wool, it's more that it itches me, so I don't choose to buy it. So I really don't have much in wool or wool blends. Every now and then I'll get the Stitch Nation yarns if I have to, and it's fine to work with. I just don't choose it for myself, so I don't have it. So I ended up using, I think, the micro spun blue yarn for that, or no, I used something else. I don't know. Whatever. It's done. Yeah, I don't know. Like, wool isn't that bad, but it just, if I wear it, it itches me, so I just never have it. So that's it for the projects I worked on this week. I want to post another video this week, and maybe I'll record it after this. I finally got all the supplies to make everyone's Christmas gifts. There are a lot of them, and I don't know if I'm going to get them done. So wish me luck with that. And I also got the Christmas Crochet Today and Knitting Today magazines and another pattern book that I want to review and talk about. Plus, eventually I want to talk about the baby blanket that I'm knitting for one of my friends. So yeah, that's that. I guess you can look forward to another video from me this week talking about all that other good stuff, hopefully. And hope you all have a great week. I'm really looking forward to all of the other Fresh Off the Hook videos for this week. I've enjoyed watching them so far and meeting all the other new people, so I'm not alone in being the noob. So yeah, thanks everyone for entertaining me with your projects, and hopefully mine are at least somewhat entertaining you. So have a great week. See you next week. Bye.